Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Modix video. Today we have a tier list once again, but this tier list is going to be for all the weapons in Valorant. So if you want to know what weapons you should be using, then be sure to stay tuned because we are going to be letting you guys know with this tier list. And if you guys have any changes, you guys don't agree with some of my choices, then be sure to let me know in the comments of this video, because I'm happy to have conversations. Don't just try to roast me, but if you think that another weapon is better than what I rated, or if it's worse, then just go ahead and let me know. So starting out this video, I want to go ahead and start with the pistols, and then we'll just like work our way through the buy menu. So to start, let's talk about the free pistol. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I think that it can really help on eco rounds. You just don't even have to spend any money and you still get a pistol to shoot with. And if you can play unpredictable, you can use that right click. And if you can learn how to use the right click effectively, you will be able to get kills. And you also have the shooting range from long away or long range. You just press the left click and you're good. So that's why I'm putting it in B tier. I guess I could put it lower because it just does not feel good to shoot right now, but that's where I'm going to put it. So now let's move on to our next one on our list, which is the Shorty. And the Shorty, I think we're going to also put in B tier. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I feel like this is one of the perfect weapons when you're trying to like hold angles on defense, because you can literally just sit in a corner and just shoot people as soon as they come out. And you have to hit your shots in order for this weapon to be good. But I still feel like it's very decent. Not as good as the classic pistol, but I'm still going to give it there. So our next one on our list is going to be the Frenzy, because I think that comes before the Ghost. But the Frenzy's trash, so it's just going to go into D tier. And I'm sure I'm going to piss some person who mains the Frenzy as their weapon off. But now the Ghost, it's A tier. The Ghost is a great weapon. You can automatically headshot people in, or not automatically. If you headshot people, you can get kills in pistol rounds unless they buy armor. But that's a great spot for it. So now Sheriff, we're placing there too. These are, they can change positions back and forth just depending on how good you are at hitting your shots. The Ghost is way more forgiving if you don't hit those headshots, but the Sheriff, you need to hit headshots. And if you do, it's an insane weapon. So if you're good at hitting headshots, then this is how the list is going to go. If you're not, then that's how the list is going to go. Either way, the Sheriff is still better than the classic in my opinion, even if you're terrible at hitting your shots, because it's 50 damage for every single body shot. But you cannot, like, one thing that you need to use whenever you're using it, don't peek so that you can get killed, because it's a long reload time, so you can't shoot super fast. So those were all of our pistols. Now let's talk about the SMGs. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Spectre. This does not, that looks more like the Stinger. I don't know if it doesn't that look the same, guys? Okay. Anyways, we're going to call this one the Spectre. Spectre, I'm going to go ahead and put at the, let's put bottom of A tier. Just because, I mean, there are way better options, but it's still good. If you like how the Spectre shoots, I definitely recommend learning the Phantom, because it like really shoots the same. It feels the same. You still spray as fast as possible, but you deal more damage. And yeah, it's going to cost more money, but it's still good. So then our final SMG, or like small SMG, because we have the Odin and the Aries, but it's the Spectre, or the Stinger that looks like the Spectre. I'm going to go ahead and put it in C tier. I don't like the way that it shoots. Well, actually, many players don't like the way that it shoots. I think that if you learn how to use this weapon, it's good in like Spike Rush, because you're forced to use it and everyone has to use the same weapon. But as soon as you get like other weapons in there, then this Stinger's trash. One thing that I like to do is ADS for 1 round, shoot a 3-round burst, un-ADS, and then just start spraying, because that's how I found it works the best, because I play a lot of Spike Rush. So now that's it for our SMGs, and I'm trying to picture the buy menu. So let's go ahead and talk about shotguns. I'm pretty sure I did that out of order though. So let's talk about the Bucky. The Bucky's interesting. It's one of those weapons that it's similar to the Shorty. I'd say it's better than the Shorty, except for the price point. That's the only thing that I don't like about it. And I have to place the judge somewhere. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to put it top of C, because it's a good weapon. But it's like, it's the same thing with this, with the Stinger. Yeah, that's the right name for it. I just feel like it's good in Spike Rush. But then, like, once you get into the normal game, I'd much rather, like, take a judge where I can, like, semi-auto shotgun it. So, let's go ahead and talk about the judge real quick. I'm going to put it top of B because you have those annoying jet players that are just insane with it. You just jump up, you fly, you're annoying, you get kills, and for some reason it works. But I'm going to put it top of B. So, those were the two shotguns. There's two shotguns, two SMGs, two big SMGs, but we'll cover that later. And now let's move into the ARs. Bulldog. This is a hot take. I don't know if I want to put it top of A. Should I put it top of A? That's the question. It's either top of A or above the Stinger. Yeah, I'm putting it top of A. So my reasoning behind this is it's a good option. It's 2100, and if you can get good with it, it's a pretty good light buy. So I used to play this at the beginning, and then people were like, no, learn the Phantom and the Vandal. But honestly, if you can get really good with a Bulldog, I think you can still get a ton of kills. And I like the burst mode on it because I feel like it stops me from just trying to spray all over the place, because spraying is not the best in Valorant. I mean, I guess if you can learn your spray control, like once it starts getting random, you shouldn't be spraying, and you can only fire 3 shots with a Bulldog when you're scoped in. I'm pretty sure it's 3 or 2. I'm not positive right now, but that's basically why I'm putting it A tier. I'm sure we're gonna have comments about it, so just let me know. Now moving on, we have the Guardian. Guardian's trash in my opinion. I'll put it top of C, but I just don't think that it's good. I don't like the low fire rate. It is a better alternative to a sniper, except it costs more. Like the Marshal's better than it. We'll get into that later. Now we're talking about Phantom and Vandal. Phantom goes S tier. Phantom's the best weapon in the game right now, if you're not talking about the overpowered weapon, the operator, but we'll talk about that later too. So I put the Phantom here just because it feels better to shoot than the Vandal, and it's all around just better than the Vandal, except for long range. If you can like hold long range fights, you're probably going to want to go for the Vandal because of the distance drop off with the Phantom. But we're going to be releasing a whole video on that later on, so just comment down below if you want to see that, and notifications on. That's how we work around here. Vandal is always going to be better than the Bulldog, so I'm putting it A, but it's not going to be S tier because S tier are insane weapons. And now we can move into our snipers. You guys already know, top of S tier, the best weapon in the game right now is the operator. We are currently in the operator meta, so if you're looking to like improve your Valorant gameplay, you kind of got to learn how to use the operator. It's going to really help you in those lower levels. You can just hold angles, pick people off, and I just really recommend trying to learn it. And then Marshal. Would it be bad if I put the Marshal in S tier? I'm sure that's going to farm some comments. We're going to go ahead and put that there. Now, it's not above the Phantom, but I feel like the Marshal is great on like those second round buys. If you win, then buy a Marshal. If you don't win, buy a Marshal, force up. That's what I like to do. Just kind of bet that you're winning it, because nobody's going to expect you to buy a Marshal second round if you lost. So I kind of like catching players off guard. And if you can hit a headshot, it's like is it an automatic kill? It's 101 to the body. So yeah, it should be an automatic kill in the next round, because if somebody buys a Marshal, then sometimes or most times they're going to buy a light shield. And then after that, they'll purchase heavy shield. So it's just a good option to choose a sniper. I know you're never really aiming at people's heads whenever you're using a sniper, but I really like it. So we're putting it S tier, boys. Now let's talk about the SMGs, which got buffed in a few patches ago after the game got live. I don't really know what patch it was, but the Odin, it's trash. I don't like it. Way too many credits. I'd much rather just save for that operator. So I think just with the price point, I'm putting it, I don't want to put it D tier because I feel like that's kind of bad, but we'll put it top of D because these are all cheap. It's not going to break your economy. The Odin is basically breaking your economy every single time you buy it. So we're putting that there. And then finally our Aries, we're putting Aries, put it B tier right there. So here is my tier list. If you guys have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know your opinions. If you want to change anything, we're uploading daily Valorant content until we hit 5,000 subs, I think that's what I planned on doing. So if you want to help me out, subscribe with notifications on, like the video for the YouTube algorithm, And yeah, thanks so much for watching all the way through this video, and I will go ahead and see you all in the next one.